All right, welcome back to the channel. Yeah, so we are here today for a local. EWCQ just happened over the past weekend, and yeah, can you guys hear me and everything? Do I sound okay? Why is my background white? What is that about? What is causing that? Huh. That is strange. No, it's not that either. All right, well, I'll investigate that at another point. Let me see if I do that. That is so weird. Anyway, all right, OBS is being weird, but okay, so what do we have? 19 players. We have 19 players tonight, duking it out. And don't forget, guys, we do have a Retro Reborn event coming up in Pittsburgh in a couple weeks. I guess 3 weeks from now. 3 weeks from now. I will be there doing commentary as always. Now, let's just get right into it. Let's just get right into it. This is round one. Why do I not hear? Okay, I was about to say, is the sound not working? Like, what is going on? Okay, but either way, yeah, Pittsburgh is coming up. Be there, be square, whatever. 16-hour shift. Oof, I'm praying for you, Ty. That is a lot of work. 16 hours straight is crazy. What's up, everybody? Party people in the chat. TJ as always. Hayuzu. Liquid Rax. The K Power Robert F. Shout out to all you guys. Early drop-ins. We got Obad Brian. Enraged Peacock. What's up, Enraged? Enraged, how's the TCG business going? I haven't heard from you in a little bit on that end. The water's making the frogs gay. What frogs? Brain fart to the max. What is happening? The frog. Oh, chat is frozen. Thank you. Let me fix that. I wonder why sometimes it does that. I think I have. There we go. All right, cool. How does Jude Bellingham have time to stream and participate in a World Cup? Crazy work ethic. It's a little way to fuck down, but we got another job to supplement and rebuild. Okay. Okay, that's good to hear. Oh, Alex Jones. I have heard of Alex Jones. I know that he says a lot of crazy shit. Isn't he the guy who said that Columbine was like staged and it was all paid actors or something like that? That's that. I think that's the Alex Jones guy, right? Obviously, that guy's an idiot. Fraser, do you have any thoughts on the Frog Doctor FTK? No, not really. I mean, I'm glad that deck is not like consistent or anything. But I've known about Frog FTK for a while, but in Edison format, that deck is extremely fragile. So it's just kind of, it's another Gigavice deck. It's like, you don't want to play against it, but a lot of times they'll just lose to themselves or just like a side deck card. The thing that's scariest about it is that it's a frog deck, so just like Frog OTK, it's able to duel you a little bit, but that one just has so many more like bricks and stuff in it than Forgs. So, Hero Frogs, clearly. He said, I'm not winning this now, but he looks to be winning this right now. Okay, well maybe Why didn't he bounce the Caius here? Maybe he has another Caius. You know what? Do you plan to do Gemini? I did Gemini on the channel already. Drive me crazy, but I won't let you go. This is a huge turn. The hell is Yugioh OTK? That sounds like a meme. This is an awkward spot because Caius doesn't get you out of this. Yep, that guy has to die. Stratos has to die. So Stratos... Okay, well, he can't play Miracle Fusion, awkwardly, because Stratos is still on that side of the field. And I wonder if he has Miracle Fusion, because that could be the reason why that Caius got Mirror Forced. If I'm Bad Robot, I'm looking at the situation and saying to myself, I know Miracle Fusion is one of your, like, outs. So preventing this from going to the grave right now is huge. Stratos is the best. Yeah. Stratos is very broken. Bad Robot has like... Oh, well, I guess this is internet. I was going to say he has like 3 or 4 kids, so I was going to say maybe one of the kids came in the room while he was dueling. And it's like, Daddy, can you read me a bedtime story? But looks like his internet just went out. All right, we are back. This intense duel here. So, scary situation for Poppy Churro here because he has another Stratos in his hand, right? So he could use it to pop. Most frog traps are chainable, but like frogs do be playing Mirror Force Torrential, so it's a gamble. All right, we're going to go straight in for an attack. Fader, that's a good one. That's a really good one. Not taking all of this damage is huge. Now what? What you got? The servers are actual shit. Yeah, BB could use some upgrades. There's 1,100 people online right now. That is the standard amount of people. I feel like that's the average amount of people. Like DB usually has 1,100 people online. And it can't handle 1,100 people well. So that is something that I wish that they could fix, as well as an AFK timer. What's up, Michael Boy? Why is your name showing up as Michael Boy? What happened to Edison Club? Okay, we have a malicious edge. So we are going to attack over something here. This is a very weird situation. Face down is Sangan. So Poppy Charm is going to dish out 2,000 damage, but if this malicious edge gets beat over by a Thought Ruler, that damage doesn't even matter. I don't really like giving him the option of having oh my god. I don't like giving him the option to pop back unless this is torrential. So if this is torrential, then it's like you were baiting him. Yeah, that makes the most sense to me, right? It's like super obvious to me that this is what that was. The Battle Fader really helped that whole sequence. Like the Battle Fader really carried that sequence because it basically forced another summon in a weird way. Like that robot could have just attacked again because it worked last time, kinda. Like you know the battle, the back row doesn't stop battle because he probably would have used, if he had Mirror Force, obviously he would have used it. Like Key Break doesn't really do anything, so it really just has to be torrential at that point. This format is all about making reads based on the story being told. Heavy on the information. Armageddon Knight, Sin Plague. Here we go. Finally a Miracle Fusion after eons. Now, both players have 3 Miracle Fusions. This is the first one. So there's 5 more Miracle Fusions to be resolved, potentially. Oh. We're just going for game. This is already 3,500 right here. Like this guy, yeah, and we're dead. Don't know which card he drew this turn, but he used all his cards to kill. So something got, one of those cards, the Brain Control or the Miracle Fusion, maybe the Swap Frog, but something got drawn that turn for the kill. Yeah, Dave played into the Torrential there when last turn he attacked and his opponent used Battle Fader with the back row. So, yeah, I think that was like what the whole game came down to. Because a Dark Arm getting wasted there sucks. Like, Dark Arm and Thought Ruler getting wasted on a Torrential is like, that's like too much value for a Frog deck to get. Like, Frogs are not supposed to be able to get that much value. They already get value by just being alive. Yeah, you can't give them that. Drive me crazy, but I want you gone. Okay. Oh. Oh my god. No, I didn't get rid of the Death Note blanket. It's still here. It just has to be washed. So he takes Mask Restrict, gets rid of the Caius, and also gets Treeborn in the graveyard. That was a pretty interesting trade. Now they're even, because he's going to draw and bring back Treeborn Frog, so they both have 4 cards. What's the better card, Torrential or Mirror Force? I don't really think that's not like a question that can. It's not really a context question mark. Like, doesn't that just depend on what situation it is? Like, there's not a better card between those two. It's just like whatever the situation is. Instant fusion of Hero Frogs sucks. That's my thoughts on that. So, whatever this is, he knows what it is. I wish we all knew. Yeah, of course I watch House of the Dragon. That's not a real question. Like, that is just not a real question. My Mirror Force is signed by Dan Green, so that's my answer. Nice. Do we not play Unifrog? I guess we don't. Or maybe he knows that the back row is like a battle trap or something. I was about to say, what do we have, like Rug? Chainlink 1, Deep Sea Diva, Chainlink 2 Torrential, Dupe Frog will miss timing in a situation. But we have another Wood Art. So he's going to get like a Gilman or something. He's going to lose another card out of his hand. But a Spine Gilman, I assume, is coming down to put on some beats. Oh, nope, just a Diva. Okay, you know what? Poppy Churro knows what Bat Robot's hand is. But that Caius, I don't particularly like using a Caius on a Deep Sea Diva, but you know what? If the game is saying, hey, this is what I have, and I know what you have, and Caius is the right call, then so be it. No, it's the fusion of Hero Frogs is really ass. It doesn't fix any of your problems that the deck has. Like, you got to think about cards past game 1. Frog's most impactful games are games 2 and 3, and that card is really fucking bad after game 1. So, if you just think about games 2 and 3, you will realize why Instant Fusion is a really bad card in that deck. And completely unnecessary, by the way. Like, trust me, you are not the first person to pick up a Hero Frog deck and think that, like, Instant Fusion is playable. That's, like, one of the first things that people who start playing Hero Frogs think is, like, oh, man, I want to play Instant Fusion. It's like, the card's awful. I do think this matchup is, like, Hero Frog favored. I think Hero Frogs beats Diva Hero. I mean, it's just a better version of a Miracle Fusion deck. It's a better version of a deck that plays Water and Heroes and Miracle Fusion and Monarchs. Like, they have so many similarities, and yet they are so different. Ooh. So we were tributing for a Vanity's Fiend just to crash. Damn, double crow. Wow, -2. Holy. Rhoda. All right, and that's game. Yeah, I mean, the problem, like, so Crow fucking sucks against Hero Frogs, guys. If you listen to me talk for the last couple years at all, like if you just hear me speak at ever, you will hear me say that Crow is really bad against Hero Frogs. I think you got to see, like, just now how bad it is against Hero Frogs. Like, honestly, he double crowed and it didn't do anything. Look at how many side deck cards we got. Like, we got like the Massacre Strike, double crow. I mean, Massacre Strike got ripped from his hand. And DD Crows, like, they're just minus. Like, Hero Frogs has this really annoying side strategy called the Hero Package that doesn't really care about DD Crow. So like, and this is a prime example of like that happening where you have like DD Crow and you're just getting beat down by Stratos and friends, or there's already an established board like an Absolute Zero already on the field and you have DD Crow, or in this case a Caius. A lot of times it doesn't even stop Miracle Fusion, because that's what you're really trying to do, right? You're really trying to stop Miracle Fusion, and it rarely ever does that because this deck gets 2 waters and 2 heroes in circulation so quickly. Like 1 Stratos is 2 heroes, and 1 Swap Frog or Substitute is multiple water monsters. So Crow is not going to stop Miracle Fusion 90% of the time. And yeah, it's just one of those, it's one of them things. How is the Edison community doing compared to previous years? Well, we're going to have a 517 person tournament in a month and a half. So right now the Edison community is doing really well, actually. Like, the best it's ever been, thankfully. Since the exit of Konami, the format has grown more popular and the attendance has been higher. This year Vegas had 350 something players, which is also a massive event. There was also another tournament in Europe that was 330 players. So looks like things are heating up. What is this? So we got another Hero Frog, but with Poly versus pure Blackwing. Possessed Dark Soul. Oh my god, what the fuck is happening? Why are there so many? Brock Wings. What's my thoughts on Possessed Dark Soul? I think Possessed Dark Soul is good against Dream Frogs and like Frog OTK and Frog. Yeah, those 2 decks. I think it's good against those 2 decks. I do not think it's good against Hero Frogs, because Hero Frogs is not guaranteed to dupe block you, nor is the dupe block in Hero Frogs as important. It only does it once per like game, if at all. So it's not as impactful against Hero Frogs, but I think it is good against Dream Frogs, a deck that literally thrives by dupe blocking you. So yeah, against that matchup and against like and basically Frog OTK is also just Dream Frogs after game 1 a lot of the time. So I think it's good against those 2 decks. But I don't think there's anything wrong with Possessed Dark Soul. It's outside of like the obvious stuff, but it's just like other cards that you side against Frogs. They're very volatile, right? Like, sometimes it's going to be terrible. You're going to have a Possessed Dark Soul, and your opponent's going to have a Caius or a Vanity's Fiend or both, or an Absolute Zero on the field, and you're like, oh god damn it, this card is, you know, terrible. Or they're going to be sitting around with a Dupe Frog feeling safe, and you go Possessed Dark Soul, take it, and it's like, oh no, scramble. This is game 3, and they're like very even in a lot of ways. Okay, this brings back Gale. Cool. Yep, we're gonna have a Dupe Frog, and we're gonna brain control a Dupe Frog. Okay, we're gonna make some progress. Now here's the thing. He's using every single card he has to do this. So he used everything he has to out this Dupe block. So he does have to like kind of win very soon here. because this is like these are the crucial turns right here. You know, it is one of those, it all came down to this. I want to say Unifrog X is in a really strong position because of that Unifrog. Like, go figure, his name is Unifrog X. Yeah, Gores would have been game right there, I think. But yeah, the Unifrog is really strong here. Now, I don't know how impactful this one back row is about to be because Unifrog already like checks it. But there are no heroes engraved, so that's good for Brian here. Like, Miracle Fusion is not on the table right now. And if he uses Unifrog, he has to like use his normal summon, so there's still more game to be played here. He has an alias. Yeah, no, I can tell he has a hero somewhere, right? Because I see an e-call, so like it is definitely not lost on me that he does have hero access. I've been reading the story of the game through the graveyard and the banish pile. It's just that there's this one pesky backer right here. He's been through one oppression, so he's going to pop this back row. Okay. And maybe his fear was like, he didn't want to go summon Alias, Miracle Fusion, and then get oppressed, because that would be, like, really bad. But Unifrog gets to clear that MST, which is probably relevant if this is a real trap, right? So Unifrog just clearing that back row matters. Oh, that's a good draw. That's actually a really good draw, because, you know, obviously once this goes to the grave, once these both go to the grave, big damage. So what do we think this is? This doesn't stop anything. Please God, let that be Dust Tornado. Yeah, setting Dust Tornado there would be crazy. However, there's still a good chance that he has Miracle Fusion and he just didn't want to play it into that back row, and now the back row's gone. So he could play it now. But I'm not really sure. I definitely don't know about setting a back row there in that situation. Yep, there's the, yeah, so it's going about as well as I predicted. I'm just wondering, like, he does not have to crash out. I mean, like, there's no reason for him to crash into a Armor Master. He could just deal a lot of damage over this guy. Like, there's no reason to crash. Like, I keep break. Okay, yeah. Kai is here as a game. Another Miracle Fusion is not game. I worry this back row is going to get Unifrog X, like, killed. Also, oh man, he really did have another miracle. Well, he drew another Miracle Fusion, so that is going to deal 2,500 damage directly. And now Brian, unless this card in hand is Gore's, he's pretty gassed. Also, I do want to say, if this back row wasn't here, that would have been game just now, because the 0 would have been 3,000. So, like, these are extra turns now. Like Brian's living on extra turns. So if he comes back, it's all because of this back row. Like, everything that happens now is because of this back row. Ooh, not even a fossil Dyna. Because that's what you're hoping for if you're Brian there, that you just like set Dinah. Yep, and there. Oh. It was soul. Oh, he's bold. He said soul exchange. Wow. So Brian got 2 extra turns because of that set bluff. Because the game would have been over if he did not do that. Is anyone else still playing? Okay, so Brian needs to report, and then we got Andy Sang, which I think his name's like Extroversion. Okay, well, maybe not. Here, let me see if people are not reporting. We got them. And then Shen versus Gears. Now, do I recognize either of these players? I feel like let me see. All right, so it's just Gears and Shen that we're waiting on the result of. He said they're still playing. Oh, here we go. Found it. Okay. Raigek. Yo, I've never, well, I'm lying, but like, there are just so many, like, Hero Frogs specifically. There are so many Hero Frog decks in this tournament. Like, god damn. Y'all must love mirror matches. It's all frogs and birds. It really is, though. We haven't seen a single match that's not frogs and birds, bro. Like, holy shit. It's like, y'all really were just like, yep, hero frogs and birds. And that is it. Like, there was that one Diva Hero player, but he was in the wrong environment for Diva Hero. I feel like Diva Hero loses to both frogs and birds most of the time. Just saying, jank. This definitely is not jank. This is the opposite of jank. It's frog and bird town. Like everyone is playing frogs and birds in this tournament. It seems. Like I'm gonna go out of my way to try to find the people who are not playing those decks, because so far every single match we've watched has featured frogs and birds or one or the other. Which I don't personally have a problem with, because that is the format. Like that is Edison at its peak. That is Edison. But it's just interesting that today, because it's not always like this, but today in this local, I guess everyone's like, I want to win. Oh, this is the famous Vanity's Fiend versus Vayu Turbo strategy. In case you were unawares, this is the surprise outside Vanity's Fiend against Vayu Turbo, and good luck, have fun. Like imagine he has like Chaos Sorcerer in his hand or something, right? And then it's just like, oh no. Okay. So this could just be like Raikou, right? There's 2 more Raikous. Yeah, there's 2 more Raikous. Oh, Gale is gone though. This is one of the big outs. Gale, okay, he's setting Siroko's. That is a bad sign. Gale being gone is huge. That's one of the major outs. 1 Raikou being gone. There's still 2 Raikous left, and like maybe some number of V-Prisons. Mirror Force is gone. That's a number out. Yeah, this card can solo Vayu Turbo as well, and lately Hero Frog players have been siding Vanity's Fiend against Vayu Turbo, which has, I think, complicated the matchup from the Vayu perspective, because even Eric said that he has been like I think he lost a game at Detroit or a set at Detroit because of this card. Like his opponent saw his hand and just like summoned Vanity's Fiend, was like, alright, GG. Yeah, like this card actually is really good against Vayu Turbo too. It's just that it needs a very like good window to drop it. And they both used a lot of cards, so he dropped it at like the opportune time where, like, look at how many resources are already gone, right? Like Mirror Force, Gale, Gardener's gone, Araiko's gone, and it just carries. It doesn't always go like that though. It's definitely one of those cards that like, it doesn't always go like that. That's not tournament, is it? I don't think that's tournament. Yeah, people still side Fossil. That Fossil Diner will never not be played in this format. There are just certain cards that will always be played. In fact, so I like looking at stats, and you can see here, Fossil Dyna is the 6th most played side deck card in the format. So there you have it. Also interesting looking at this chart, like obviously these top 5 here, like DD Crow, Cyber Dragon, Dust Tornado, Oppression, Rug, like these top 5, no surprise. And honestly, the Dyna doesn't surprise me either. Kaiku is also kind of standard. So many of these cards are just frogs, right? Like almost all of these cards are for frogs. The Cyber Dragon, Dust Tornado, and Book of Moon are not for frogs. Every other side deck card that is in the top 10 side deck cards is literally a frog, like an anti-frog card specifically. Like everything else is for frogs. Like they're in the top 10 cards that people side deck. Cyber Dragon, Dust Tornado, and Book of Moon are the only ones that are not for frogs. Everything else is. And like the fact that frogs are as good as they are and have as many like credentials as it has through this being the format. Like every side deck is just like so hateful towards it. It's kind of crazy. Also, this tournament is interesting because Blackwing was the most played deck, Vayu was the 2nd most played deck, and then Lightsworn was the 3rd most played deck, and GB's was the 4th most played deck. Hero Frogs was the 1, 2, 3, 4. Hero Frog was the 5th most played deck, which is like interesting that now like people are playing Blackwing and Vayu are always the top 2. In terms of like representation, always in every single tournament, like the most of the chart is always going to be birds, but usually like a frog deck is in 3rd place. But this tournament had way more Lightsworn and way more GBs here, like in terms of just like them taking up this part of the pie together. I thought that was interesting. And then your top cut: 5 Vayu, 4 Blackwing, 1 Frog Monarch, 1 GB, 1 Lightsworn, 1 Hero Frog, 1 Machina Control, 1 Jinzo Machina, and 1 Dragon Beat. Do they have Dream Frog here? So I think that they call Dream Frogs Frog Monarchs, I believe, but this guy got top 4, and it is not Frog Monarchs. But like I get if you don't want to code your system to say like this is like Dream Frogs, but this is not Frog Monarchs. There's 3 Monarchs in this entire deck. This is just a Dream Frog deck right here. Anyway. Alright, round 2. Let me set a timer and get us all started. And then, oh god, what did I do? All right, there we go. Now, who do we want to watch? Let's watch Scotty. Not what the hell? What the hell? Yo, DB is so glitched. Anyway. Consecrated Light is better against Blackwings than Masked Restrict is against Frogs. Also, people do side Consecrated Light, but it's just not a top 10 side deck card in the format. I don't think it's weird. I don't think Consecrated Light has ever been a top 10 card in the side deck. Like when I look at all of the online tournaments, which are like honestly the best data we have for what cards people are side decking, I never see Consecrated Light in the top 10. It's a card that people definitely side though. Like that's not like I don't know. Like look, there's 2 right here in top 4. Like this guy in top 4 sided 2 of them, so the card is still sided. It's just not in the top 10. Seven Tools, Heavy, Black Whirlwind, Brain Icarus. Okay, that hand is ass right now, but if he draws a Blackwing, like a good Blackwing, like Sirocco, Shora, Vora, that hand becomes obnoxious. Pink. Oh. Okay. Okay. So he does have an Icarus as well. So if he fears that this is a Raikou, he could like Icarus attack these 2 monsters. He is going to go for the Gale though, right off the bat. So this is definitely a line. The other line would have been Search Blizzard and then set Icarus attack, and then Icarus attack the 2 monsters on the draw phase to prevent your Whirlwind from being destroyed, and then you have Blizzard for follow-up to bring back the Clue and search of Vayu. But let's see how this one plays out. Also, Blizzard plus Brain Control is like nice to have. Gardener on the attack of the face down monster. What is that saying? Potentially a Vayu that he wants to tribute for Caius? Setting 2 back row here. Have to assume that that is Icarus and 7 tools. So this card in hand theoretically would be brain control. It is a Raikou. The most simple answer. He's going to pop Colute. Do we have like heavy here? Oh, we do have the Caius. Okay, so I was right about him using Gardener to tribute for Caius. See, this is why I like my play a little bit more here with the get Blizzard and Icarus attack the 2 monsters, so that way that Raikou doesn't do anything. And then you just have Blizzard follow up. Now he's at the mercy of drawing a Blackwing with the Whirlwind. If he doesn't draw a Blackwing here, he could just die. It's like right now he has no Blackwing. So if he draws one, that's like, you know, must be nice, but yeah. It's like Scotty knows exactly what those back row are. Scotty also is aware of the brain control, so he drew a lure and he just set brain control. Looks like that is not good. Ouch. So he has to draw 2 Blackwings here, or 2 darks, I should say. Could be. He draws 1 in another back row. Yeah, this is not great. The brain control is now dead. This situation is going from bad to worse. I really think that the play was to summon Colute and get Blizzard and then Icarus attack with the Blizzard follow-up. Like I said, I think that gave him a much better line and more longevity. But the way he played it was just kind of like banking on drawing a Blackwing. And if he drew a Blackwing, all was fine. Like, yeah, Scotty doesn't know about Fiona. Me and the van. Scotty doesn't know. GG won. Yeah, should have added Blizzard. Yes. Blackwings, you know, to me, I think Blackwings is one of the easiest decks to play, but that is because if you have really, really strong Yu-Gi-Oh fundamentals, the deck is like super simple. But it is, don't be mistaken, the deck does have like complicated things about it. Like, you do have to map out your future turns. Searching with Whirlwind is also, like, searching correctly with Whirlwind is, I guess, easier said than done. All right, game 2, here we go. Blackwings won the EWCQ 13 over the weekend, undefeated, 11-0. GBO. Well, I believe is one of the best players. I'm assuming he's European, but this guy plays a lot, it looks like. Different formats, too. He plays a lot of formats. Holy shit. But yeah, he got first at EWCQ 13. I'm looking to see if there's anything else. That third at Deck Devastators 9. When was Deck Devastators 9? That was October 2025. Is this the fucking one that I got 17th? I think this is that one. I played 60 cards. Yeah, this is the one where I played 60 cards. I'm pretty sure. Oh, Frogger TK won this one. Heavy Storm. Oof. Ugh. Damn. You know, that is rough. That's a rough opening. Just down 2 cards instantly. Okay, this helps a little bit. coupled with the fact that he went first, but he's still behind already. He went first. So now it's like Scotty went first, which is not great. Oh, and he fucking mills Vayu Sirocco. Bro, that is like, oh, this is what Vayu just accidentally winning the game. Vayu is so good. Vayu just accidentally winning the game just now. Like the game is over. Like there's no more game. Like your tournament is now. Your tournament is now over with. You won't recover. Can one learn this technique? One can learn this technique. Scotty has twice as many cards. Just being absolutely abusive with life points here. I swear, when you are down and out, Armageddon Knight is the fucking worst thing to see. When you're doing bad against Vayu and they start summoning Armageddon Knight specifically, I feel like that monster does so much work. Yes, this local happens every Tuesday. Yeah, this is a like a weekly. My Edison weeklies. Every once in a while, I'll move it from Tuesday if I have something else to do, but typically this is a Tuesday local, and it has been for the last couple years, with the occasional movement. Why is he not sending Vayu? Because he doesn't have a trap. So Gardener is a trap. You should try a Sizzle or Kizzle. So Heavy is gone, which is why IKO is setting so many back row, because there's no fear. He could just set every trap he draws, which is nice. So Scotty did not have the Raikou to clear the Goyo Guardian. This could become a little awkward here. But yeah, he's going to flip the hamster to get the out, and then we're going to special Chaos Sorcerer in defense mode. Use priority to target the Goyo Guardian. Solemn Judgment. Good Solemn. Mirror Force. Okay, well, he had multiple answers there. The Chaos Sorcerer and the Mirror Force. Two one-ofs that are broken. So we have Heavy, Charge, Allure, Chaos Sorcerer, Mirror Force. Like a lot of limited cards that are just broken as hell. And then we're going for a back row, which means that he already doesn't care about this Sirocco here. Mill 3. Mills another Vayu. Oh my god.
Bruh. Swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing where everything was overwhelming and you...
Yeah. Well, that was certainly a duel. So we got some zombies here. Nice. Game 1. Oh shit. Flamval zombie. Oh, he has double value in the grave. Synchro summon. Starbucks dragon. D prison, yep. Damn, yeah, both. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. And then he has double value in the grave with Sirocco. Like, this is, yeah. Solemn. Yeah, because that cuts off the value in the graveyard as well. So getting this arm wing through is actually extremely important. Like protecting it from getting banished is really important for Mayberry to win this game. Just keeping up that pressure. That's 3 D prisons we just saw, by the way, chat. And I believe the charts will tell you that D prison is the most played card in the format. A lot of times it is. Yep, D prison. The most played card in the format is Dimensional Prison. I'm looking at the stats here. This is true across like so many tournaments too. Like D prison is the #1 most played card. So Mirror Force. I think I'm fine with the bottom of Tripole and Fire Dog there, even because like you don't want him to draw a Flamevel Rekindling card or whatever. He has a Magician in the grave, so it's like, yeah, the dog doesn't threaten the Armor Master, but just banishing that shit and being done with that for future top decks of Rekindling is fine. Yeah, and then he had a Magician as well, so he was going to try to synchro with it. Could you imagine if this is the second bottomless? It was Dust Shoot. That's also it's also one of those cards that you just hate to see when you're down and out. We don't talk about that part because Dust Shoot is so broken that like you just accept the fact that sometimes it's that bad. It's very frustrating when it's that bad. Oh, that's pretty cool. There's like a little a gay bow. I like that. Happy Pride X 625 jewels. I don't know what the jewels do. I don't know what they mean. Like, do they give money to the person or something? Like, is that like a donation of some sort? I have no idea. Like, YouTube doesn't explain this to us, the creators. It just like, people can just send us jewels. No clue what they mean. No clue what they do. It's just kind of funny. Like, YouTube could be a little bit more transparent about like, hey, people will send you jewels and this is what it does. This is what it means for the channel. Nope. Just nothing. Just guess. Literally just tells us to guess. I'm yawning so much. Mirror Force on Sangan does not feel great. And then he's gonna book the turtle. Damn, that's really obnoxious, actually. They're provocative. They are provocative. They get the people going. Gay bacon strips. Gay bacon strips. Zombies have to work so hard. Blades of Glory. I'm a semi-pro fan. Blades of Glory is good too, but I really like semi-pro is just like so funny. Love me, say, dun 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Wake up, girl. We're naked. Dun, dun, dun. If you haven't seen Semi-Pro, you have to see it. It's such a... If you like good comedy, there's some really funny songs in that movie. Like, Short People Have No Reason to Live. It's one of my favorites. Short people have no reason to live. They got little hands, little eyes. I have not seen a new scary movie yet. I don't think I'm going to see it in theaters. I'm probably going to wait until it comes on streaming. I gotta say, these are nice for people without a real local. Exactly. These are meant to be an online local, so if you don't have an in-person local like me, you can play in these tournaments. Scary movie is so bad. Wait for it to go on streaming. Yeah, I heard it was not great. I do wonder if I will like it more than other people because everyone has a different sense of humor. But generally, everyone says that it's bad. Like, I have not heard anyone say it was good, which is like alarming, because usually if, you know, I would like a split opinion would make me want to see it, but everyone saying it's bad is like, god damn. Where do you live that you have no? I live in Philadelphia, and we don't really have a Edison local. There are locals, I'm sure, for Modern, but Edison doesn't really have a local in Philly. The one that we used to have doesn't really get enough players to call it a local, to be honest. Like, the last time I went, I don't even think it fired. I think there was like 4 people who showed up, and they just did not even fire. And I just stopped going. I feel like, so Zabo's build of zombies is good because it plays things like trap stun, and that really helps your bird matchup a lot. I just think that like GBs and zombies need to play trap stun, because they can't compete with like the top decks without being able to push through the back row. You have to, those decks have to be able to push through the back row, because they don't play through back row otherwise really well. Like, they don't trade well into back row. Like, zombies have to use 2 cards to make a play. So 1 bottomless on Brionic where you can't even use priority, or 1 Icarus attack for your 2 guys, like your tuner plus monster, whatever, is really strong. You need trap stun. Like, you need trap stun to be able to play through these back row. You need trap stun for oppression, because then you can trap stun the oppression, summon your monster, and then the oppression stays there, so your opponent cannot come back against you because you have oppression working against them now. You would genuinely move just to have locals? I would only like locals if my friends go to it. Like, I don't like locals only matters if you can get your friends to go. So like if my friends who used to go to locals go, then I would love to have locals again, because that was my favorite night of the week, like Thursday night. But the local that I was going to that stopped recently, my friends weren't even going to it. I was just going because I knew like 1 person there, but it wasn't exactly fun. Like, I was just kind of there, and I realized, like, dear God, things have changed so much. Like, I don't really care for this experience without my friends. Like, it's not, I don't know, locals are just not fun without like multiple of your friends being there, to me. I lived in a rural area when the game was good, so never had access to any in real life events, so online retro play has been really awesome for me. Yeah, there are quite a number of places that you can play online retro Yu-Gi-Oh! This being one of them. I consistently do a local every single week for the last couple years. And usually these matches are streamed. Sometimes I don't get to stream them because I have other obligations, but I'll probably stream like 40 weeks out of the year on Tuesday. Like, out of the 52 weeks. Probably more than that, actually, when I think about it. To me, the unfun part is if there is not many really good players at the locals. Hate the turbo casual vibe where people genuinely don't care. So I never had that problem. Whenever I had locals in the past, they would be competitive. Like, the players in Philly are just really strong when we did have a local. But again, for me, it's all about my friends. But that was a really good mill for Mayberry, getting a level 4 in a graveyard like that. But yeah, if you have an uncompetitive like local scene, that's also ass, because then you're just like, why am I even here? To be fair, sometimes King Banana streams. That's true. Sometimes King Banana does stream. I actually was looking at my camera options because I think it's like stuck on this one. Hey, look at like look at this. This is so funny. He just looks so ridiculous. Anyway, oh, did it like resize me? Hold on, let me move myself back into the. There we go. I'm back in frame now. But yeah. Am I still friends with the guys from locals who only play modern? No, I'm not. I don't think I was ever friends with people who only play modern Yu-Gi-Oh. None of my friends play modern Yu-Gi-Oh. Like none of them. Oh shit, the mill, him milling the Bora did matter. Like it actually came up immediately. Like he milled the Bora for his opponent and then his opponent went heavy whirlwind fucking blizzard, bring the guy back, and I guess search Vayu. Vayu or Mistral. I'm going to assume Vayu. Is this OTK time? Probably not. This is a lot of damage though. This is already 41. It could be 52. So 52. You need 17 more. Okay. Well. My local switched from Yu-Gi-Oh to Gundam and One Piece. Yeah, I hear a lot of locals are getting away from Yu-Gi-Oh because the product does not really sell that well compared to the other card games. And I'm assuming that some number of players have also just migrated over to other card games too. This needs to be a summon stop right here. Your local keeps getting robbed? That's fucked up. I've been seeing that has been happening a lot lately though. That locals have been getting robbed because of how expensive Pokemon cards are. I've been seeing videos of people like robbing and breaking into stores and stuff. No, Pokemon is not cheap. Pokemon is actually the most expensive card game there is in terms of the value of the cards. Like nothing is competing with Pokemon in terms of the values of those cards. They get so out of hand. Ooh, really good brain control. Where is this going? Well, where are we going with this play? Okay, we got a search. I think the Pokemon thing is money laundering, but that's just my opinion. I do too, bro. The Pokemon prices, oh shit, that was a good, okay, it was going to an OTK. Very nice, Mayberry. I was not familiar with your game. That was very, very nice. And the back row was a summon stop. This is why people hate Brain Control. Brain Control was the third most hated card or second most hated card. What was Brain Control, guys? The most hated card was Trap Dust Shoot. I think second was Brain Control, and third was DDV. Yeah, it was Dust Shoot first, Brain Control second, DDV third, I think. Brain Control is very hated for what just happened. Like, look at, like, I don't think anything else does what Brain Control just did. Brain Control stole his Brionic, bounced all his cards, summoned Bora, searched out another clue, attack for game. And he was at like 6,000 and some change. 6,800. You don't expect to die at 6,800 with a back row, 2 monsters on the field. You don't expect to die in that situation. And he just died at 6,800 with a back row and 2 monsters. That is like pretty absurd. And that was only possible because of Brain Control. And Brain Control literally did that. Yep, dead. Oh, definitely dead. Definitely dead. Damn. Well, let's wander over yonder. In. Return is very unfair, yes. Is this like War League or something? Like, am I watching War League right now? What is this? Make it so. Very well. Okay, we are just hopping around. Poppy Troll versus Unifrog. Game 3. We got the sub combo going off. Very good for Poppy Churro. Oh, guys, don't forget, we do have a 1K happening this Saturday, too. We are having a 1K. I will be streaming on Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. $1,000 cash tournament, the IMNerd Circuit Series number 4. This is the 4th 1K we have had, specifically under the IMNerd Circuit Series. We've had multiple other 1Ks, actually, but this is the 4th of the IMNerd Circuit Series. It's Edison format, regular Edison format, no special rules, just regular Edison format. 11 a.m. Eastern Time, same as the EWCQs that we just streamed over the weekend. But yeah, first place is $400 cash, second place is $200 cash, third and fourth get $100 each, and fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth get $50 each. I believe that math works out to $1,000. But yeah, check that out. Join our Patreon if you are interested in playing in that. That is this Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. You're vending a Pokemon show this Saturday? You should bring a laptop. I guess if you're vending, you can't do both. I was gonna say, if you could bring a laptop to the Pokemon show, but you're like vending, so you're actively on your feet and like dealing with customers and taking money and all. You also need to be attentive because you said Pokemon show. Pokemon shows be getting robbed. Like, people be stealing. So you actually just need your like full undivided attention for that. But yeah, 1K this Saturday. It's a one-day event, so we should be in and out. Like, I'm starting it at 11 a.m. sharp, and I'm thinking we're going to be done hopefully by like 7 p.m. or something. That would be great. Earlier would be even better. No, the tournament doesn't have an entry fee. If you are a party member on our Patreon already, that is your entry fee, which is basically $12 for the 1K. Like, the party member tier is $12. So basically $12 for entry fee into the 1K. But yeah, you don't have to pay anything else. That is it. He has so many cards. Oh my god. What is happening? Poppy Choro is bullying right now. I really want to play Hero Frogs. I don't know why, but like, you know what? I do know why. It's because I'm seeing it so much. And I have this like itch now where I really want to play Hero Frogs. It's like so many people playing Hero Frogs. Raigek. Return of the King type shit. Yeah, Pokemon really does have Team Rocket. Pokemon really do be having Team Rocket, bro. In real life. Like, we all grew up with the cartoon thinking that shit was like a joke, and apparently it wasn't. It just wasn't a joke. Also, guys, check out tomorrow's Teach Me How to Cook video. It is honestly one of the best ones ever. It's GOAT format, but the deck is Steins Gate. The deck is awesome, and we have a really good guest for that one. Shout out to Rob McKinney. But that video is honestly amazing. It's been out for members for a while now, but if you are a normie, it will be out tomorrow, I believe. But the video is very entertaining. And y'all know I think this is the first video I've ever done for GOAT format. I'm pretty sure I don't have another GOAT video on the channel, so like, yeah. Fraser, you've been putting in work lately with all these vids and streams. Yeah, I mean, I really like content creation, which I did not realize I would like it so much. I have an addictive personality, though. That's really what it is. Like, everything that I do in life, I'm pretty much addicted to, so I only do a few things. This being one of them, but I'm very into the content creation thing since I started it in like 2021. You're the goat of Edison. Thank you, Johnny Salvation. Goats. Goat format is... I never knew that I would like goat format. But the Steingate deck has given me hope. Yeah, I probably will be in the Chicago tournament. This round is almost over. They're about to go into time. They are about to go into time. Frog mirror matches can be very long. That's just the nature of the game, the belly of the beast. Frog mirrors can take a while. I think that hopefully will start to change a little bit because so many people play frogs now that I'm going to hope that it won't be as complicated at some point. But frog mirrors do be taking long. Frog players have commitment issues is what it is. Okay, Andy won round 2. Okay, we're watching the last round right now. Oh God, not they want me to get involved with this. No, why is this happening? So he summoned Swap Frog, he used the effect, went in his deck and realized that he doesn't have a target in his deck. So you're saying he's forced to send the one on the field. So this has happened in person, actually. And when this has happened in person, the person was forced to send the frog on the field to the graveyard. For the sake of locals though, I don't want to be like that. I think that that's just like a little too cutthroat for a local. I want to say that like just like you're not sending, you don't have to send your Swap Frog to the grave in this situation. I don't think it's that deep. So please just continue play. Like, can we not do this? All right, cool. Unifrog admitted defeat. Nice. Yeah, like people who are like that, just this server is not, my server's not for shit like that. Like that's just too much. Like, you're absolutely fucking wild to bringing that energy to a local, like an online local at that. It's just like try-harding. Yeah, tomorrow will be a teach me how to cook for that. Yeah, like once people start getting into like those heavy Jaws territory like that, it's just like, bro, really? Like it really doesn't change a single thing if he just like doesn't send for a Swap Frog there. It's not like some information was gained or anything like that. You admitted defeat because you can't win? Weren't you up in life points with a Vanity scene on the field? I'm confused. Didn't I just see... Maybe I don't remember, but wasn't there a Vanity scene on the field? I don't fucking know. Anyway, that round is over. Can we move on? Like, who won? Can somebody report? So we can start round 3, please. I just hate it when the locals get icky like that. Like, that's just like an icky situation. Like, I get it. If this was a tournament in real life, if you travel to it and like you know, you booked the hotel, you paid your entry fee and all that stuff, and like it was super serious. Absolutely. Like if your opponent activates the effect and they don't know that they don't have a frog in the deck, then I'm like, yeah, unfortunately, bro, you are sending that swap frog to the graveyard, because guess what? You fucked up big time. But in locals, it's like, can we just not bring that energy to the local? I do not want my locals to be like that. Like I'm all for it if we're in a, like this weekend at the 1K, if that were to happen in a 1K, you're sending swap frog to the graveyard. So in the 1K, I want everybody to be on their best behavior, because you guys will be competing for actual like real money, real stakes. And that event is what I would consider to be like a tier 2 event. It's basically like a tier 2 event. Locals are, they're, for the most part, they're play testing with a chance to win like a small prize. It's not meant to be like super cutthroat like that. Yeah. But in real life, like in real life, if that situation happened, you are sending that swap frog to the graveyard. Like if you're at an LDS or a Retro Reborn or RBT and you do that, like you are 100% are sending that shit to the graveyard. But again, those are tier 2 events. Those are like events that people flew to. They like paid to be in a hotel and like paid $50 for entry fee and took time off of work. You know what I mean? Like the stakes are there. But like this, we're all in our bedroom in fucking PJs, like chilling, and yeah. This is basically single elimination. It's not literally single elimination, it's Swiss on purpose, but the winner is going to be the guy who goes undefeated. So effectively, it is kind of single elimination. The reason why I don't make it literally single elimination is because I want people who want to play to be able to play. So like when I was growing up, I sucked at Yu-Gi-Oh for a very long time, and the good thing was my locals was Swiss, so I got to stay in the tournament even if I was 02 or 03 as a kid, so that I could get better eventually. If the tournament was single elimination, I would show up, get beat by some guy who's older than me or who's way better than me, and then I would just be like, all right, well, that's the end of my like Saturday, I guess. Like I don't have anything else to do, and that would suck. So these tournaments are kind of like the way I grew up playing Yu-Gi-Oh, where you can play regardless of your record. Granted, most people who play retro Yu-Gi-Oh are like 30 years old, but I've done other formats on the channel before. We've done Redo, we've done Tengu, we've done Hat. Like I've done other formats. Just this channel is predominantly Edison, and is always going to be predominantly Edison because that's the format that I like. And I do recommend that if you like other formats, that you know, show your support for those channels that do those formats. But every once in a while, I'll dabble and like do a video for a different format. But it's definitely the exception, not the rule. Dust shoot. That dust shoot is glued to Scotty's hand. I love that he banished his whole hand. Okay, well, this hand is really bad now. For so many reasons. One, he drew Dust Shoot when his opponent happens to have 2 cards in hand, so that Dust Shoot's dead. And then he's losing one of the vital pieces that he has in his hand. He's going to take Swap Frog away. Now, he does have Gores. Gores makes things slightly awkward. What makes GOAT format stand out to you? GOAT format doesn't stand out to me. I would not make that assumption that GOAT format stands out to me. I grew up playing GOAT format. GOAT format is like my first format of Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, I was around for it, and I played during that time. My shit got rocked when I was a kid. Picked up GOAT when I graduated high school. Now I'm here. Welcome, you know, Puke, Thug Tears. You've been a part of this community for a while now, too. We're like pretty deep into Edison, aren't we? Like, Edison has been around for at least 5 years in terms of this like modern Edison format. I came in 2022. I know that people were playing it in 2021. It was obviously extremely small in 2021, but 2022 started to like pop off with RBETs, and then 2023 Konami comes in, and then it really pops off. Your father is sassy. Trooper. Go your guardian. If Scotty has DDV, like, oh my god. I hate being a rank 7 psychic, bro. A rank 7 dark psychic. Your father is sassy killed me. Richard, please stop. All right, I'm gonna stop talking about the game. This is why I do not commentate in real life, or I should say not in real life, on Dueling Book. I don't usually like to commentate on Dueling Book matches because of this exact reason. So that's why I rant about other things, because of shit like this. Like, I don't know why, but I don't know what the weird sixth sense is. They call it pattern recognition, but I think it might be something deeper than that, where I just like predict exactly what's going to happen. It is so fucking weird. Like the first 100 times, you're like, oh, like that's just a, you know, lucky guess. And then after it happens like 500 more times, you're like, nah, that can't be real. And then it just keeps happening. And you're like, all right, clearly there's something happening here. I will say, okay, yeah, I see it now. Never mind. Dueling with commentary is hard though, because like I always say, you have to avoid coaching. And so I try not to say things that like the players could do, but they haven't done yet or committed to, that are not obvious to them. Like some things are obvious, right? Like you fucking steal your opponent's gores with Go Your Guardian. Surprise DDV, you know what I mean? Like that's obvious. But like if there's a kill line or something like that, like I'm not just gonna be like, hey, he has game now, you know what I mean? Because that's like kind of fucked up. Honestly, Zero kind of brought this shit back a little bit. Like Scotty's still very much okay. Tree Worm Frog is not a bad hit. What is this? He had Dust Shoot, Gores, Soul Exchange, Miracle, Unifrog. I hope he never set that Dust Shoot. Like there's no shot he set a Dust Shoot, right? Oh, he's getting, the DDV is hitting. It's hitting. So DDV hit, oh, it was torrential. Okay, good. He did not set a Dust Shoot. That does mean that he does have Dust Shoot in hand though. And Soul Exchange, right? His hand is Dust Shoot, Soul Exchange. Still a very, very big uphill battle. He needs to draw some Monarchs. Honestly, Stratos would be really good here too. Ah, there's the Stratos I was speaking of. It's pretty good. Mirror Force and Torrential are gone. A little concerning that Scotty has 2 back row here. So things I don't see. I do not see Return in the graveyard. I don't see any D prisons in the graveyard. And 1 bottomless is missing. This is just how you play against Vayu, right? You look at their graveyard, they mill so much, they give you so much information in the graveyard. So you just like evaluate what they have based on what has been milled or whatnot. But yeah, there's a bottomless missing, there's 2 D prisons missing, maybe 1 D prison. Solemn is missing. There's a D prison, yep. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's Fraser spoke this into existence. Honestly, like that, I don't think that prediction was very impressive. I can see your graveyard. I'm looking at all the traps. I know every trap that Vayu Turbo plays. I just cut down to the ones that it could be. So it's like, to me, it's obvious. When Vayu is the deck I have the most experience against, also, and Blackwings, I guess. So like, to me, when I play against Vayu, I'll talk about this in videos, but I do a checklist against Vayu to make sure I know exactly what they have left. So I play around exactly what they have left. And it makes the Vayu matchup way easier to me. Then I feel like a lot of other people are just kind of winging that shit. I don't believe in winging it. Vayu gives you way too much information to discard that. And I have a really, really high win rate against Vayu. A lot of times when I top a tournament or or whatever, like I'll play against 4 Vayu in that tournament, and you just have to know that matchup. Usually I'll lose to one of them, but sometimes I beat all 4. Sometimes I go 4-1. Like there was a tournament where I went 4-1 against Vayu, and the guy I lost to was like, the one Vayu guy I lost to was like a random person. The other Vayu people I beat were like top tier Vayu players who have like wins and everything. It's very interesting. I was like, I lost to the random guy, but the random guy did draw broken against me. He had like almost no cards, and I remember he had 2 cards in hand. He drew the 2, and he went like Dark Arm Dyna, and I was like, oh, okay. Well, I don't know which one of those you drew, but you needed both. So that was the one I lost to. I think he was just luckier than the other ones. Like, there's a point when you're playing against Vayu where you have to start looking at the back rows that they've milled and stuff, and you have to start Kaiusing and rising the back row out of fear of, like, return and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, that becomes a key part of winning the matchup, is targeting their back row at certain points instead of their monster. Like, if he had a Kaius there, and I'm looking at that graveyard, and I see that, like, return is missing, and, like, Solemn is missing and stuff like that, like, you definitely want to be like, okay, like, I'm hitting a back row here. Rug. Yeah, everyone plays the same list with 1 or 2 cards different. Yeah. That's the other thing, is that Vayu Turbo, the one that plays Raikou and Hamster and stuff, it's like 38 cards the same for everybody. And then every once in a while, people will be like, oh, I want to play Lila or Shura or Icarus Attack, or like, that's it. Ooh, the second Persian Rug. Oh, God. Yep. So he's going to do a shit ton of damage, and then it looks like main phase 2, we're going to tribute to 0 and get rid of all of this shit. I like this play. It's a lot of damage, and it's a lot of card advantage. There are still some hurdles. Like, Vayu still has some very dangerous bombs left, but I would say Zenlong's in a good spot. I'm sure he would really like to have a trap card here, though. Yeah, that is like the card that definitely you're afraid of here. There's five darks, which is the same as 3 darks. This is where water art just ends the game. Like, if you have a water art here, it's just GG. But oh, he actually left everything, like all of these. Yeah, I'm really surprised he didn't bounce a swap frog. Like, why leave all of them? Yeah, that was a big Vortex is not, in my opinion, Vortex is not supposed to be that good against frogs. Oh, you forgot to bounce? Okay. That explains that. Because I'm like, I have never been Vortex for that much in Hero Frogs. In like Dream Frogs or Frog with TK, that can happen more often because they just have, tend to have a lot more frogs on the field because those decks are more frog centered. But like, so have we seen Stratos this game? No. So good normal summons here are Stratos, Vanity's Fiend. Good special summons here, Junk Synchron, Miracle Fusion. I don't know if he's going to have Junk Synchron in. It is game 2. Junk Synchron gets hit by DDV, Oppression, and Pulling the Rug. Oh, there's also this fucking thing. This card is crazy. Yep, there's the Gores. But we are going to get to banish some good shit. The situation is dire. Deep prison for the Gores, that's huge. If he didn't have an out to the Gores, this could have gone downhill so fast. Okay, Zenlong needs any Monarch or Miracle Fusion here is really strong, obviously. He has thinned this deck out of the frog cards, so there shouldn't be much left in terms of what he could be drawing now. And the question is this like the third Raiko here? What if this is Vayu though? Yeah. I don't really know if I like that one. The games have been good. Okay, we are going to torrential here. So we have a Kaiku against the Silverwind. Again, any Monarch or Miracle Fusion here is we go to game 3. If not, things remain awkward Treatment Frog is walling this guy off. Brain control? Oh no, it's not a back row. Okay. I feel like Zenlong should have one more card because when he had the field of substitute, swap, dupe, at least one of those swap frogs, if not arguably both of those swap frogs, should have been in his hand. If he had bounced both swap frogs, he would have 2 more cards in his hand right now. If he bounced one, he would just have 1 more card in his hand, which does matter, of course. So we're just going for it. Rug. Oh my dear. Kai's rug is tough. That's the 3rd rug too. He sides 3 of them and drew all 3. All 3 rugs. I like how we're just, this is like such an interesting little situation here. Ah. Solemn? No? Oppression is also... See, chat? I told you I can just... Alright, I'm gonna stop paying attention again. Okay. What a grueling fucking duel. He said, I do not want to play into Torrential here. I'm just going to attack. It's deep prison. Damn. Everything that could go wrong is just going wrong for Zenlong. I feel bad almost. Okay, we have a set monster. What the fuck could that be? Sirocco attack. Ah, Inferno Prodigy. Okay. Again, Monarch or Miracle Fusion, so we can go to game 3. If not, like, yep, another back row. Murphy hates me. Murphy's Law. Whatever can go wrong will go wrong. Whatever can go wrong will go wrong. Murphy's Law. So here's the big question. Because he now has a Raikou in his hand. And he could go for it. And he's thinking about that, obviously, right? Like, this is... I will say... He had the fucking Mirror Force. Holy shit. This duel is not real, bro. This is the most absurd duel I've seen in a long time. Like, this is a crazy fucking duel. Oh my god. Oh my god. Stratos in the fucking bottom of the 9th. So, he can't mill anything else, right? We're out of Vayu. We're out of... Yeah, there are no more good mills. What can he draw is the question. That's what the question becomes. What can he draw? Burial is already used, so that would be the card I was scared of, but like... Yeah, definitely if you would have bounced the Swap Frog turns ago when Lightning Vortex happened, this game would have been over. So you're kind of paying the cost of that misplay. Like, that misplay is definitely impacting this game heavily too. Okay, finally we're going to game 3. Yeah, that misplay damn near caused Zenlong the game. Like, that was scary, because Scotty was just top decking the perfect card every single turn for so many turns in a row. Like, if he misses on any of those top decks, if any of those top decks get, like, moved around, right, he just, like, loses. Instantly. That's how small, that's how, I should say, that's how much a small mistake can impact the game, though. Like, something as small as you forgetting to bounce Swap Frog or frogs back to your hand and getting punished for doing that, and then the game just starts to, like, rapidly decline from there. Holy, oh, dust shoot again, nice. So games 1 and game 3, go first, dust shoot. And, yeah. He's putting Ocean back into the deck. So what does that tell you? Now, to me, this is a rhetorical question. Okay, he's going to play around Rug. So this duel is now, we have a game now, because the Dust Tornado checks the blatant Rug right there, and then Torrential also checked if he tried to go any harder. Yeah, obviously. So Zenlong made the right play here by playing around the very obvious Rug. I'm gonna be honest, like, if you did not read that was pulling the Rug right there, like, just go back to the drawing board, right? Oh shit, he just specialed that? So he drew a second Swap Frog. So he's going to tribute for Vanity's Fiend here and start working on the Greffer. Do I like this? Am I a fan of this? His card in hand is Caius. And his back row is Torrential. So we know exactly what Zenlong has. He has Caius and Torrential. Mirror Force, yep, that's gone. Oh shit, what a draw. That was a really good... Okay. That was really good. That's a really good monster because that can't be beat over by... Yeah, he has to do a little bit more to beat this. So he has to, like, Tribute for Caius or normal summon Plague Spreader Zombie or something of that nature. Gale, like... This can't beat... Obviously, this cannot beat that by itself. Yep, so there's a Caius, so we're gonna get probably a Torrential here. Yep. Okay, and we all reset. Everybody resets. Go back to your corners. This is an intense duel. What's up, Rich? I'm actually excited for this duel right now. You guys are entertaining me. I'm entertained. Dupe! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hmm. We didn't bring back Tremor Frog. I'm not really sure why, though. That doesn't play around DDV, though. Like, if you get DDV while your opponent has a lone Sirocco and you're bringing back Tremor Frog and they chain DDV to that, that's fine. Like, they got rid of their Sirocco and you still bring back Tremor Frog as a blocker. By not bringing back Tremor Frog, you definitely open yourself up to what just happened. Also, I want to say this, like, if you think they have DDV and they already have it set up, you can't, like, play around it because no matter what you do, the DDV will be activated. And I honestly think you'd rather have it activated sooner than later. Like, you cannot prevent it from happening to you. Like, it is going to happen, right? Like, DDV is going to happen. I'd rather just get it over with than, like, give my opponent more opportunities to play it, because what he could also do is go activate Sirocco effect for no reason, chain DDV. So you can't play. Saying you are playing around it by using Tremor Frog is just wrong, because that's not playing around it. Like, they can literally make, if you're worried about Dupe Frog missing timing, they already have Dupe Frog missing timing with a Sirocco on the field. They can just go activate Sirocco, chain link 1, chain DDV, chain link 2, and then the Dupe Frog misses timing. So you're better off just bringing back the Tremor Frog in that scenario. Could you imagine if you dropped into a Vanity scene right now? Thank you for the lesson. You're welcome. Vanity's Fiend would be fucking insane. I don't know if he actually put in more than one of it, but also, oh yeah, we do have a hero engrave. So Scotty is living large. He has Vayu plus things plus Armageddon Knight. This is where like a Dyna just like puts the nail in the coffin. Like, we're going for it. We're saying Gores doesn't exist. Gores, in fact, does not exist. It is a figment of the imagination. Uh-oh. We're on the back foot, chat. Hmm. Attacking Treeborn Frog. Oh my god, he's getting ruined. Damage I don't deserve. Damage I don't deserve. We out of here, baby. Okay, well that was a very long dust shoot game, which you don't always get to see, so that's good. But yeah, that was a really good set. I really enjoyed watching that set. Despite the dust shoots, obviously, you know, they're dust shoots. But there was a lot of game to be played there. A lot of decision making. I still don't know if I like that early game Vanity's Fiend though. It was like very early. There was an option between Vanity's Fiend or Caius. But yeah. I don't know, maybe it was right. Okay, so once he reports, we're going into the final round. Nice. Final round. Fight. So it looks like the final round is going to be between... Oh wait, why is this saying 5 rounds? I hate when this does this. Like, we do not need 5 rounds when there's only 2 undefeateds. Here we go. Yeah, there's 2 guys who are undefeated. Oh, actually, Mayberry has a bye. Well, had a bye. What round did he get a bye in? Round 1? Okay, so we actually might need a 5th round. I'll change it to 5 and see what happens. It really is going to be determined by this round, though. So if Mayberry loses, I don't even know if Andy's still playing. It really depends on a lot of factors here. Let me set a timer. Okay. Did you watch that game, Cody? Okay, because I don't think that what you said there makes sense. Maybe the Hero Fog player speculated that Vayu cannot overcome. In case of Caius, Goyo could be a threat. Like, if we watch the same game, then you know why Goyo wasn't a threat there. Oh, we got Diva. Is this Diva Hero? What is this? I know what you meant. I'm just saying what you mean doesn't make sense. This is what I'm saying. Like, I understand exactly what you meant. I just don't think it makes sense. Like, we have perfect information. So saying go your Guardian there just does not make any logical sense to me. If you watch the game. What is 704 do playing? My man's got multiple oceans. Is this Hero Beat? Oh, this is fucking Hero Beat, isn't it? Scotty, if you're having a hard time targeting, if it's not targeting for you, you have to refresh. You just have to, like, refresh the web page, and once you get back in the duel, you will be able to target again. That sometimes happens on DB when you click, like, too fast or something, like, in rapid succession. You all of a sudden lose the ability to fucking, target. It's really obnoxious. So if that's what's happening, if you just cannot target, it's gonna be really, really annoying. It's gonna be really annoying. I really want to know if this is Hero Beat. Everything is telling me it's Hero Beat. But there's also Hero Frog decks now that play multiple oceans and stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody will cook up, like... Ooh. Now we're all going to find out. So we know there's an ocean in the hand at least. And a Diva. Future Fusion is gone too. You're saying his graveyard? What? Is someone going to tell me how his graveyard answers Caius? What about his graveyard answers a Caius? What are we talking about? What? That, like, now you're not making sense. How does his graveyard handle a Caius? His graveyard doesn't have anything that handles a Caius. Like, what are we talking about? Not you parroting what Cody said. You're both wrong. I'm just trying to understand, how does a graveyard of Vayu Sirocco deal with Caius? Nothing about that deals with Caius plus Torrential Tribute. Can y'all please tell me how his graveyard of Vayu Sirocco deals with Caius? Maybe I'm learning something here. Maybe you guys are teaching me something about Hero Frogs, because I'm very confused on how his graveyard deals with Caius. His graveyard has a Vayu and Sirocco in it, so if you Caius his Greffer and attack him, how does that deal with Caius? Like, what am I missing? Please help me. I too would like to understand. Like, I can literally see, we're on YouTube, so you can just rewind the stream and see there is nothing in his graveyard that deals with Caius. Like, not a single thing. You have a Caius with a Torrential Tribute set. Again, Cody, you're not making any sense. Like, and I get it, you probably don't play Hero Frogs or don't play Edison very much, but like, what you're saying literally does not make sense. That's the whole thing. That's like the crutch of this entire thing, is that like what you are saying with the information, we have perfect information. What you are saying does not make sense. If you watch that game, going back to my original point. And then Shen saying he had the out to Caius in his graveyard does not make sense either, because he did not have an out to Caius in his graveyard. So like, both of you guys fundamentally don't understand that game, I guess. Maybe you should fuck off. So now you're talking about a top deck, and you've changed the goalpost to be his graveyard deals with it to now saying that his top deck deals with it. Okay, I got you. So you have no idea. Gotcha. Which is what I assumed. You went from saying his graveyard deals with it to now saying his top deck potentially deals with it. Now we've just completely moved the goalpost. This is what I'm talking about. Yu-Gi-Oh players have this weird thing where they just can't take accountability for messing up. And then they just start making things up. Like, you're just making something up now. But that's not what you said. You said the graveyard deals with it, and the graveyard did not deal with it, and I rewinded the stream to check that. It did not. I watched that whole game with perfect information. He does shoot at you turn 1. I know all of your cards, so does he. So what you're saying doesn't make sense, and I'm telling you that, and you're arguing with me for no reason at all. You and Cody both don't make sense. Saying his graveyard deals with Caius when his graveyard is Vayu Sirocco is crazy to me. You have a torrential tribute set and a Caius on the field. What does he do to out that doesn't play into torrential? Please tell me. How does he out that? And I told, okay, I asked for your reason and you gave me a reason. I said, your reason does not make sense because your reason was wrong. Your reason was a lie. Your reason was his graveyard deals with Caius. I looked at the graveyard and also just remember, turn 1, he sent Vayu Sirocco to the grave. So nothing about Vayu Sirocco in the grave deals with a Caius specifically. Coupled with you having a torrential tribute set as well. So me saying what you just said doesn't make sense and you changing it to say his top deck now, that is not the same thing. That is you moving the goalpost. Like, we're not talking about his top deck. Also, his top deck doesn't deal with it either. You have Caius plus torrential. If he top decks Armageddon Knight, sure, what is he doing? Summon Armageddon Knight, send Plague Spreader Zombie, stack for Plague against my torrential tribute? Nice! Torrential. Next turn, bring back Treeborn Frog, summon Vanity Fiend. Right. Gale's his best answer, and Gale is a card that 1, you don't know if he has it in his hand. 2, it's a 1 of. 3, you can't play around Gale anyway. Like, Gale also checks the Vanity's Fiend. So Gale is also not a good answer. If we're just thinking logically about this situation, and I'm genuinely trying to educate the Frog players here, but also everyone who might be listening, Gale is not a good answer to that situation either, because Gale also just kills Vanity's Fiend. So if you have, I'd rather have the Caius and torrential than a Vanity's Fiend and torrential. Because if he has to play into the torrential, the Vanity's Fiend is coming down next turn, and he already used his normal summon. Gale doesn't matter because Gale outs the Vanity's Fiend and the Caius all the same. But if he goes summon Armwing, special summon Gale, to keep his normal summon live, and you get to torrential that field, that's insane. If he just goes summon Gale, half the Caius, you're like, okay, well that's fine. He's just going to attack over the Caius. He would have attacked over the Vanity's Fiend. And Gale is beatable by like so many cards, but again, I'm not worried about Gale because Gale outs both of them. Gale outs both of them, which is why you guys always wonder, why is Gale my most hated card in the format? Because of shit like that. Like, Gale's insane. And you can't play around Gale. You just can't. It's like, you will go insane trying to play around Gale the Whirlwind in this format. Like, you can better play around Gores and Dark Armed and Mirror Force and Torrential. You can play around those cards better than you could play around Gale. Gale was way more frustrating because you cannot play around that card. Oh, this is Machina Hero. Oh. Is bro just dead? Oh, we're in battle phase, normal summoning? I guess we're in main phase 2, right? What? Did we not want to bring back Prisma? Do we have Miracle Fusion here? Even if we have Miracle Fusion, sure. Let me shut my black ass up. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, chat. He forgot. Okay, good. That makes sense because I'm like, yeah, maybe I'm crazy. Right. That is fair, but you don't know his hand, so like I don't really like I'm gonna disregard that entire comment because obviously you watching the replay and seeing his hand is like whatever. Like you have to make a decision based on with the information that you have in the game. I'm not talking about like watching the replay and seeing his hand has like Brain, Caius, Mirror Force. Like, I don't know that information when I'm dueling. And I don't want to use hindsight bias to be like, oh, this is what his hand is to make the decision. Because that's not what I was doing while I was watching the match. When you originally summoned Vanity's Fiend, I said, I don't know if I like that Vanity's Fiend. And I was thinking about it. And the more I thought about it, the more I was like, oh, I really don't like the Vanity's Fiend. I think Caius is better there. Because no matter how he plays, he has to play into Torture Tribute. Alright, Scotty is undefeated. Quick 2-0 against Machina Hero. I mean, well, that is using hindsight, right? Like you're talking about his hand when you did not know his hand, so that's why I'm saying that doesn't matter. Is there another round? Let's see. So Mayberry, is Mayberry actually playing? If Mayberry's playing, you and Mayberry have to play for the win, basically, is what it comes down to. That's what this whole thing comes down to. If Mayberry wins, I don't even know if his opponent is playing him, though, is the thing. Like, Mayberry may have gotten a win. My opponent never showed up. Okay, so you and Mayberry have to play for the win. So you guys can just start a match right now. I will watch that. I'll stream that. And then that's it. Like, you guys, one of you guys will win. Yeah, you guys both don't have a loss. It's funny because Mayberry has 2 buys, basically. And Scotty has, like, played, I think Scotty played every single person so far. Here we are. But factually, if this was a single elimination tournament, these would be the last 2 standing since neither one of them have lost. Oh, Whirlwind Shura? Oh, God. Oh, God. Does he have the Dust Shoot too for the 90% win rate? If your opponent opens up Whirlwind, Shura, Dust Shoot, it's like a 90% chance that they win the game. All right. Well, didn't happen. Crazy stat. It is a crazy stat. Icarus attack. Okay. You're kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't in this situation, aren't you? Because, like, okay, they go Whirlwind Shura, search a thing, set 2 back row. In your head, you're like, I don't want to play an Icarus attack, but I have to set a back row to protect myself. And you also kind of want to set a monster like Raikou because that card's slow as hell. And you want to get rid of the Whirlwind. If you just set the Raikou, they get to normal summon again with impunity. If you just set the D-Prison, sure, you get to D-Prison the Shura, but then they go main phase 2, normal summon a guy, search again, and you start losing that way. So you're kind of forced to play into the Icarus attack and just hope that they don't have it. And it's all fucked.
Hello, hello.
What's up, Stango? How's it going?
How's it going?
We're in the end of this tournament.
Yeah, we're on the tail end here.
I'm going to tail end. This is the finals. These 2 are both undefeated. Mayberry has 2 buys and Scotty is 4-0, so they're both 4-0 technically. Scotty's getting Whirlwind Shura.
One fought for it.
Yes. I'll fall for it for
Listen,
sure.
sometimes, you know, like in the UFC, a title gets vacated, someone becomes the interim champ. You haven't fought for it until it becomes the real champ. You know?
Yeah.
Or you get the real belt. You haven't fought for it.
Leave someone a bone. Yeah, losing the die roll, your opponent immediately goes Whirlwind Shora. That's just a sinking feeling in your stomach, and like insta sinking feeling.
Yeah, you don't want to be seeing that, especially in more back row. They are saying, I don't lose the heavy storm.
Yeah.
I don't know what that card does.
Yeah. And he didn't have heavy immediately because he went Whirlwind Shora at 2 back row. So like he said, go ahead, do what you gotta do. Like show me the heavy to make the game competitive.
Literally going set 2 back row and say do what you got to do is crazy.
Yeah,
because if you don't do it, then you're not doing what you got to do.
You also just
that's
die.
what you're incapable of doing what you got to do.
Not incapable. Yep, Mirror Force, just everything. The sky is falling, even if the sky is falling down.
Down.
What have you been up to?
Not much. I just watched
Love Island.
New episode of Love Island.
Did you go? You went to the movies the other day for it, right?
I did. It was. I actually had a great time.
How long was the movie experience? Like, how many hours were you in there for?
Honestly, like if you think about it, like objectively, it was a scam time wise because it's basically just watching an episode at home, just in theaters. But
Okay.
the vibe and the energy in the theater, like everyone had their funny comments. You know,
Y'all are ridiculous. The Love Island like cult is so funny.
I had like a temporary like bromance with one guy next to me. We were cracking each other up, saying funny shit. I had a great time.
Was
honestly,
he black?
Yes, he was black. And he's just like he looked at me. He's like, oh, white boy's funny. Okay, I got you.
He don't know your friends are black. You got a little seasoning to you.
Yeah, he's like, you got color in that humor. I get you. I got you. But honestly, like that's the first time they ever did that, and I want them to do it again. Because honestly, it was $40 for 2 tickets for me and Shannon, but it was like basically they can't charge you money to watch a streaming service in theaters, basically. Okay. So you pay $20 in voucher. So you pay a $20 voucher that goes towards food.
Oh shit. It. Yeah. Wait, so you get like, to watch Love Island and you get something too? You get like food too?
Yeah. Like we got concessions, like we got popcorn, we got a drink, and we got like chicken tenders and fries. Like we kind of made it like a dinner date thing. And
no,
honestly,
that's definitely
I only paid like $15 out of pocket because like we just got a handful of things.
Yeah. No, I like that. I mean, for a date, that sounds fun. Yeah. I went on a date on Thursday. I went to go see the movie Obsession.
Been hearing a lot about that.
It's so good. Oh my god.
Obsession, you know what's funny? So good. I didn't even know. I don't know. Do you know the guy's YouTube channel?
No, where it originated from?
Yeah. No. So that guy, he made like he's made like a lot of really funny like YouTube videos. And like he's kind of like just basically like a skit comedy like YouTube channel guy. And I didn't know he made the fucking movie. I found this out after.
Yeah, he's 26 years old apparently.
Yeah, I literally was just like, what the fuck, bro? Like I had no idea. So that makes me even more intrigued to watch it because like I heard it was really good and I was like, this guy makes really funny skits online. So,
in my opinion, in my humble opinion, the actress who plays the girl in Obsession should be nominated for an Oscar next year.
That's what I've been hearing. I've been hearing that she gives crazy bitch.
If they allowed Amy McAdams or whatever her name is, the lady who played Aunt Gladys in Weapons from last year. So she won the Oscar last year for Weapons. Weapons is a horror movie. And the woman who won was the main antagonist of the movie. Like she played like a sorceress or whatever, like a witch. Oh, she played a witch. And she did it amazing. Like her acting was amazing. I understand why she won the Oscar. I think if they're doing horror movies are now eligible for Oscars, if that's like where we're going with Hollywood, Obsession, the actress who plays the girl in Obsession should 100% win the Oscar or be nominated for it at the very least. She played so fucking crazy. It made me uncomfortable. It made everyone uncomfortable in the theater. You're gonna be so uncomfortable.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely very interested to watch it. I'm definitely gonna give it a watch.
Yeah, either wait for it on streaming or go to the movies to see it. I went, and it's been out for a while now, but I went to see it on Thursday, and it did not disappoint. I went to dinner first. We went and got tacos and everything, and then we went to Obsession. It was great. Honestly, I was very pleased. We talked about it the whole night, and just like, yeah, very good.
Yeah, that sounds like a good experience.
But yeah, I think the movies, like for a date, what I was gonna say about the Love Island thing, them doing the Love Island in theaters, they should do Game of Thrones. I think they could milk the fuck out of Game of Thrones in theaters.
Yeah, I'm really curious monetarily, like what exactly like Peacock gets out of Love Island in theaters. Like what exactly is it doing?
Oh, it gets what you just told me. What you just told me is exactly what it does. They got you to leave your house to go to the theater, which you would not have otherwise done, and you spent more money than your voucher was worth in the theater. Yeah, that's.
But like, I'm curious. Like, does the theater pay Peacock to do that? That's where I'm trying to figure out what their end of it is.
Well, I think
probably what it is.
Yeah, well, legally, I think that they probably have to. I imagine that you can't just start streaming things that are on a streaming service in a movie theater without some kind of licensing.
Oh no, not Brain for Game.
Brain for Game.
Is it coming home? Oh,
solid.
A Strickno.
Solid.
And a set? Oh no, weakness.
Solid.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm like very curious what their exact end is, because if I think their exact end is really good, then I think there's a high chance that they'll do it again, and I really want them to do it again because I genuinely had a lot of fun doing it.
I really want them to do House of the Dragon in theaters. The first episode of House of the Dragon that just aired like 2 days ago was fucking outrageous. It was like an hour and 20 minutes long. It was a very action-packed episode, plenty of dragons and like death and all that stuff. It was like a perfect episode to go in theaters.
And the best part about it was, honestly, because I did have a concern going to the theaters. I was just like, I hope like I know it's going to be a rambunctious crowd in some ways, but I hope it's
like
not like
the type
annoying.
of people who would go there.
Yeah, I'm like, I hope it's not annoying where it's like
too much.
You basically can't watch it.
Right.
Like,
everyone is
honestly,
just being
everyone had a good rhythm when it was like time to yap.
You know what would be funny too?
Pretty good.
If they do that consistently, like you guys will start to know each other.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like it could become a whole little community. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. Like
honestly, you find that black
after...
guy again, and you sit next to him, or he sits next to you.
Yeah, that's my bro.
Yeah,
bro. Honestly, like after we watched in the theaters, I was like seriously thinking about. I was like, yo, I wonder if there's like any public like places that like do Love Island showings, because honestly I had a lot of fun doing that.
Yeah, I could see them doing it in bars too. But again,
yeah,
it just comes down to like
that's
legally.
That's what I was thinking, but like I don't know, I feel like the bar scene of it would be like way more corny. Like people would just be like annoying at a bar.
I agree. I think a bar is not the like, unless you're into bars like sports and stuff already, which a lot of people are. That's a huge industry, but I don't like bar sports because it's so fucking loud. People are drunk. They're bumping into, they're standing, they're yelling. It's like a completely different energy than a movie theater. A movie theater like has some coof to it, I feel like.
Yeah, there's some coof. 100%.
Oh, Pumpy Heart. What's with the 628? How come? Thank you for the gay jewels. Happy Pride.
Well, I'm assuming 6 is today's month and 28 is that a special day? The 28th?
No.
No? It's not a special day to no one?
I don't think so. And today's not the 28th either. But that's the second time I've gotten 628 jewels today. Let me Google, because YouTube doesn't tell us what the jewels do for us. What are YouTube? Like, I don't know what that means.
Not the jewels.
YouTube jewels are a virtual currency used by viewers to purchase and send digital gifts to creators during live streams and premieres. They serve as a direct tipping mechanism to boost creator revenue. The YouTube ticket, okay. So that turns into money.
They're basically
somehow.
like Twitch bits. So
Gotcha.
1 jewel is 1 cent.
Okay.
So $6.28.
Why that number though? Like, that's such a.
Well, I
random-
looked it up. Apparently, it's Carolina Day, so it's a South Carolina holiday.
Okay.
628. So that must be why they sent it. So
It's how much the jewels cost. I got them for free though. Nice. Like Twitch bots, I guess. Twitch bits, yeah. Okay. Oh, 628 is how much Happy Pride costs. Gotcha. Well, thank you guys for doing that.
not them taxing the Pride community. 628 is hell expensive. Y'all getting taxed.
I want to know why. Like, well, how did they come up with that price is so specific? 628. I was wondering why it was that number every time though. Like, why is it always 628?
Why is it always 628?
But House of the Dragon will go crazy in theaters. Like, I would definitely do at least one weekend where I go watch House of the Dragon in theaters just to try it. And then if it's a vibe, if it's not like cringe, like you were wondering too, if it's not cringe, I would definitely revisit.
Yeah, I think 100%. Like, I think because right now they're in Casa Amor right now, which is basically just like everyone's hoeing out week.
Mm-hmm.
I think if they basically did two more showings in the theater, I would definitely go. Like, I'm like sold. Like, it was definitely a vibe. I had a good time.
Yeah. $628 is the day of the Stonewall riots. All right, I'm gonna Google that because no one died in Stonewall. Also, if that's really the date of the Stonewall riots, that's really funny to me that YouTube is charging that date. It is June 28th, 1969. That whole date is a meme. But wow, that's actually the date of the Stonewall riots. That's so crazy that YouTube is charging $628. Yo, I don't know how I feel about like capitalism is so funny. God, capitalism is funny. Mayberry's about to snatch this fucking $20 from Scotty's hands.
Scotty didn't know. He didn't know that he was in danger.
Scotty, you in danger, my guy.
Now, do we have any pieces in the graveyard? Is there any fun we're gonna have with this Greffer here?
You want to see pieces?
We don't. Not
His-
too much fun, but we got pieces in the hand.
Yeah.
Blackwings usually doesn't go. They don't go out to have fun too much with their pieces, but sometimes they do.
Oh, you know what? I need to do. Okay, let me slash.
You know what's an interesting thought about this Greffer, right? Usually the logic is when you have a Greffer on the field, you have to get rid of it if you're the opponent.
Yeah.
But when you Goyo take it, now you're opening up the can of worms of like, well, what if you brain control the Greffer now
Right.
and do the same thing? Because that's also another rule. Like, Greffers just can't be out in the winds with their cheeks out.
Not with their cheeks out.
Sometimes they get clapped for doing that.
You got plans for this weekend?
I'm going Evo.
Oh shit! This is the weekend.
This is the weekend. Yeah,
Damn.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving Thursday morning.
Damn. Good luck. I will be streaming Saturday for the 1K. Guys, there is a 1K happening this Saturday in my server.
Is it all Saturday?
It's starting at 11 a.m. Eastern time. It's a one-day event, so it'll probably end at like 7 p.m., 6 p.m., 7 p.m., something like that. I imagine.
Okay. Well,
There
there's gonna be 2 champions crowned on Saturday: the 1K and at Evo.
Yep. Yes, there is a 5th round. You do not need to play it if you don't want to. The reason I make the tournament Swiss is so that everyone can play as many rounds as they want for the experience, right? But the winner of the tournament is basically decided between these two because they're both undefeated. So whoever wins this is going to be 5-0 and they're going to win the tournament is essentially where we are right now. Chain return.
Yep. Got him.
Oh man. This game is so easy.
Return of the Mac. That is.
Return of the Mac. All right, he needs a tuner
Now,
real bad.
Yeah, we need some money here.
Tuner goes so fucking crazy right here. Like, did he normal? I don't think he normal summoned. I'm gonna assume he didn't normal summon, but a tuner goes donkey.
Yeah, tuner's definitely a lot of work here. And we haven't normal summoned yet, so we got things to play with. 2 cards though. So one of them being the tuner would be ideal, but if it's not a tuner, what's like the next best thing that can happen?
Probably Caius, like simple Caius.
Yeah, some tributing, because we need these pieces that go back to the graveyard.
Evolution set Roko for game. Yeah, Roko double pump is also just like, that's like the blatant. I don't think he would be thinking. The reason why I didn't rule, like, Siroko's not even a thought, because if he has Sirocco, he would just literally tribute for that shit and win.
That's the whirlwind sure of this deck. He would just whirlwind it down. And
he does have the tuner. Oh my god!
Wow, and it's actually a broken one.
It's the tuner.
We're doing tricks on it. It's tricks.
It's the tuner. This is the exact thing I was afraid of happening.
Tricks. Welcome to On It.
Definitely tricks on it. Yep, you keep doing. Yeah.
So I'm gonna be honest. I don't think this gets talked about enough. I think this is like the definitive most ignorant Vayu turbo play.
Yes, the Brio with the return.
Starts like returning the pieces to the graveyard one by one.
For sure. This is definitely
this is like verbatim the most ignorant play that the deck does, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think that this is like, outside of outright killing you, this is such a crazy swing in tempo. Because like, how do you come back from this?
What do you do? He has a garden again. You just got rid of it.
Yes.
He's got 2 things that you need. Both of these can't be here anymore, right?
Not both can't be here anymore.
Yeah, both of them can't be here. And like, you can't even really brain control lethal. I mean, I think we're at like 4 or 3 darks in Mayberry's corner. Because there was a blizzard, and last I checked when you were looking, there was like 2 darks in there. So I think we're at like 4 right now, maybe 3.
The chat is saying like, he missed lethal just now. If he bounces on Greffer, because Greffer would be a card from this. So if he like bounces Greffer, then does the exact same thing. Because he did
special Gale, it would have been normal summon Greffer attack. Yeah.
No, he doesn't even need to normal summon the Greffer. The Greffer
right, it was blocking damage.
It was blocking damage. Yeah. So.
Ooh. Yep. Forget the Greffer was mine. That's something that can happen.
That is something that can happen. So Mayberry's on borrowed time right now.
Yep, borrowed time. 4 mana. Every card is extra.
Well, what I appreciate, chat, is that you guys did not tell him that he had lethal before he did it.
Everyone behaved. Everyone stayed silent.
Everyone did behave. Everyone behaved. Everyone was on their best behavior. Because I do think I have to start like banning people from chat if they do that. Like, just because it ruins the integrity of the match. If they're like, oh, he just does this and wins, then that's just like, that's obviously not okay. But everyone waited, and then they said it after, like, he was lethal. I appreciate that. I text him. Sure, I can't control that. Like, you can do whatever you want with that. Like, like.
All right.
Fraser's favorite card? Yes, my favorite card, Gale.
Gale being the highlight of both of these players' turns back to back.
Did he? Okay, he have something, but nothing.
Yeah, he have the Brio.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Brio's dying no matter what.
Yeah, but this version of the death is not as painful. But this is still not a good situation for Scotty, because honestly, like, in a just world, you weren't supposed to have to use guard and lose your Brio at the same time. It was supposed to only be one. Right.
And that's where Gale
breaks the rules of that.
Gale is so obnoxious. He needs Caius off the top rope. or yeah, it has to be Caius, because Sirocco doesn't do anything here to this guy.
Okay.
Would Chaos Sorcerer? I don't know if he keeps that in, but Chaos Sorcerer would also be game. So, I mean, Mayberry's in a really, really strong spot right now.
Up in cards.
Yeah, up in cards, he has the better monster. Like, his is a real Armor Master. So, at this point, and he's on borrowed time, because he should be dead right now. So, this is one of those situations where, like, whoever wins the $20 here, you know, Scotty could have already claimed the $20, claimed the win, and been done with this. Yep. So Caius kills Caius for free.
Real Armor Master, please stand up.
Yeah. For reals. I don't think you want to give anybody an extra turn. I hate, if I can help it, obviously I misplay too, but like if I can help it, I try not to give people extra turns because extra turns in Yu-Gi-Oh are fucking dangerous. You know what's something funny? If this was in real life, there's a higher chance that Scotty would have remembered that the Greffer was his own because it would have been in his sleeves. It would have looked blatantly different from his opponents. Unless he's one of those people that plays with fucking cringe, white player's choice sleeves or something like everybody else, and then you guys don't know whose cards are whose. I don't do that. I fucking hate the everyone using white player's choice thing. I do not want my sleeves to look like my opponents. No, thank you. Especially when my deck is max rarity.
The pressure does not stop. Ooh, end phase dust.
I do not double sleeve, no.
I've been good enraged. Okay. What's our Ryko count looking like? I see one in the grave. I don't think any are banished, so I think
yeah,
this is on the table to be a way to relieve some pressure here.
Yeah. That Gale really fucked the whole game up.
Bro, it fucked up the game both ways. That Gale was bilingual as fuck.
Yeah, we did though, because yeah, that's how he started the whole shit anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Gale did fuck the game
"Oh,
up.
You're a little shit starter, huh?"
Yeah, Gale definitely blew this game open for both players.
Yeah, I think the hard part for Scotty right here is that we're actually low on like ammo.
Yeah,
there's like 2 Vayus there, so like you also don't have the level 6 in the Vanish Zone right now.
Yeah.
So like you're building from basically scratch right now versus like Blackwings. Like we still have a few blizzards to go through. I think we've only used 1 so far, so like we still got graveyard shenanigans to do.
This is a
that side.
Huge hamster.
Yeah, it's a hamster that could be game.
Yeah, it could literally be game.
We'll see. Okay.
Because this is game on board.
It's not Icarus. Swing low, sweet chariot.
Alright, well, we gonna have to deprison a hamster. We do.
Okay.
Tribute for Caius main phase 2. I guess he milled the Caius.
Wow. Oh god.
I know.
Normal summon Sirocco. Oh, it's perfect. It's literally perfect.
Against double back row.
I know, but I'm just saying the life points, it's perfect for it.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh my god, there it is.
Yep, immediately. You know what I was saying? I said that he probably would have noticed the Greffer was his in person because of the sleeves.
Yeah, that makes sense.
In person, he would have saw that the Greffer was like...
You're just not going to have the same sleeves as someone else.
Okay, Scotty ended up winning, regardless of him missing lethal 5 turns ago. Or 6 turns ago. Okay, well, there you have it. Scotty goes 5-0. And we have ourselves a winner.
That was a rambunctious duel.
That was. You missed a really good Hero Frog versus Scotty match. That shit was really, really like intense. It wasn't as interesting as this, I think, because it was like Dust Shoot game 1 and game 3, so the games were kind of fucked. But game 3, the Dust Shoot, like it was more of those like, oh, it's awkward now because of the Dust Shoot. Like I know what you have, but the cards you have are good, and they prevent me from ODing
Yeah, I
on
Dust
you.
Shoot you and saw my own death.
Or like I saw that like I can't OD on you. Like he saw like, you know, torrential tribute and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that was good. Definitely some wild games today. Awesome. Well played by both players. Well played by everyone tonight. We all learned some things. Now, Scotty doesn't know. Scotty doesn't know. Yeah, don't forget, guys, 1K this weekend. 1K this weekend. I'll be streaming 11 a.m. Eastern time. I'm giving out $1,000 in cash this weekend. $1,000 in straight up cash. And if this is the 4th time, this is IMNerd Circuit Series 4. So this is the 1st, 2nd, or 3rd time I've given away $1,000. This will be the 4th time. It's actually more than that because I've done 1Ks that were not before we started the Circuit Series. I've done 1Ks, like the Frozen Soul Cup was a 1K. The first Jank tournament, the big one that I did, was a 1K. And there's been others as well, but this one will actually be a 1K as well, this 4th one. And yeah, this is happening 11 a.m. Eastern time on Saturday. Now, what do I want to do? I want to do something. I think that's everything. I need to pay Scotty. I need to see, do you have the role of winner yet? Okay, he didn't have the role. So for people who don't know, when you win a tournament in my server, you get the tournament winner role. It changes your name to pink, which sets you apart from everybody else, all the people who have not won tournaments. But it also allows you to be invited. You get an invite to the end of the year winners ball, which is a cash tournament that's just completely free. It's just for the people who have won a tournament. Any tournament in my server, if you win any tournament, you get an invite to that. So, yeah. And Scotty also made top 16 this past weekend at EWCQ 13. So he's been doing really well. He has like 2 losses in like a lot of 5 rounds plus 8 rounds. So that's 13 rounds. So he's like 11-2 in tournaments. So that's pretty good. All right, I think that's everything. I'm going to end the stream here. Off the tightrope. Mayberry posting the wrestling meme. All right, guys, y'all have a good night. As always, I love you all, and I'll see you Saturday. Peace.